Good morning. In this video lesson, we are going to discuss about the fundamentals of electricity. This is meant for diploma first year students in Telangana state. Now here, let us see the fundamentals of electricity. You might have heard AC, DC, AC, DC, AC voltage, AC current, DC voltage, DC current. So now first let us see what is meant by AC signal, what is meant by DC signal. Okay. So AC signal is, it does not, it varies in magnitude and direction. It varies both in magnitude and direction with respect to time. Whereas DC signal is a signal which does not vary, in magnitude as well as the direction with respect to time. Okay. Now let us see alternating current. Alternating current or voltage is one which changes in magnitude as well as direction with respect to time. Alternate definition is the current which changes its magnitude and direction at regular intervals of time is called alternating current. An alternating current, another definition, an alternate current is that which changes periodically in magnitude and direction. So you can define in either way. All are meant to be same. It increases. Now here let us see the AC current example. So it increases from 0 to maximum in one direction, then falls to 0, It changes the direction, becomes maximum in opposite direction, and then falls to 0 again as shown in the figure. This completes one cycle of alternating current. Okay, so this is the example for alternating current. Magnitude and direction changes with time. You can note down the definitions. Next, one more thing is, this is one cycle of AC current, whereas this is from here to here it is half cycle, and from here to here it is another half cycle. This is another half cycle. Okay, and this is positive half cycle, this is negative half cycle, again this is positive, then again negative, positive, negative, and so on. Now let us see the example. Example is domestic power supply is 50 Hz AC power supply. Okay, AC power supply, what it holds, we use AC power supply. And sources are alternators and oscillators. They produce AC signal. Okay, direct current. It is simply the direct current, that is the current that flows in one direction only. The current flows in one direction only. Okay. Now here you can see the direct current in the diagram. It has a constant magnitude and direction. It has only one direction. It is unidirectional. Okay. Sources are battery and generators. Generators produce DC, and battery also it gives a DC supply. Okay. So direct current is the one which is having constant magnitude. With respect to time. And it is unidirectional. Now let us see the differences between DC and AC voltage. Okay, AC voltage is the one in which both magnitude and direction changes periodically is known as AC voltage. The voltage that has constant magnitude with respect to time is known as DC voltage. Okay, this is the waveform AC signal. This is the representation of AC signal. This is the representation of DC signal voltage. And primary sources for AC voltage are alternators and oscillators, and for DC voltage are battery and generators. And what about the magnitude? It varies periodically for AC voltage. It is steady for DC voltage. It is constant. Polarity reverses in polarity. Okay, whereas fixed polarity either positive or negative. And it is AC voltage is bidirectional, DC voltage is unidirectional. Frequency depends on the number of poles and speed of rotation. Okay, depends upon the number of poles and speed of rotation. And for DC voltage, frequency is 0. Okay, and step up is possible with AC voltage. It is not possible for DC voltage using transformer. Step down is possible with AC voltage, not possible with DC voltage. That is, you can increase the voltage. You can step up. That means you can increase the voltage using transformer. Or you can step down the voltage. You can reduce the voltage by using the transformer. And phase difference, AC voltage may have some phase and DC voltage there is no phase. Frequency is 0. Okay, if it has frequency, then it will be having some phase difference. It may have. Conservation. AC to DC is possible, DC to AC is not possible, and easy to amplify the AC signal, and easy to measure the DC signal. Domestic purpose, we use AC signal, and also for amplifiers, it is used as a signal input for amplifiers. Whereas DC voltage is used as a biasing voltage in an amplifier and electric traction. Okay? Electric traction. These are the differences. Now you can know that. Next. 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 Domestic purpose means homes. House wiring and all, they are meant for ACC. Next. Ohm's law. Ohm's law gives the relationship between resistance, current, and voltage in a electrical circuit. Okay. Now let us see the statement. Statement is, it states that the electric current flowing through a conductor, okay, the electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference, is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across its ends. Okay, that is V is proportional to I when the temperature and the other physical parameters of a conductor kept constant. Mathematically, it is shown as V is proportional to I, V is equal to IR. Okay. Ohm's law states that the electrical current flowing through any conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across its ends when the temperature and other physical parameters of a conductor kept constant. That is, for example, length. Resistance of a conductor depends upon the resistivity of the material, length of the wire, conductor, and area of the surface area of the conductor. Okay. When these parameters are kept constant, then it is proportional to I. Okay. So this graph shows the linear relationship between the voltage and current. So this is voltage and current relation for different values of R. Ohm's law can be applied for both AC and DC circuits. Okay. However, in case of AC circuits, impedance is used in place of resistance. Impedance is used in place of resistance. So what is circuit? Whether it is AC or DC, the interconnection of various electrical elements in any manner is known as electrical circuit. It can be AC or DC. Okay. Usually, AC circuit is termed as network, strictly speaking, and DC circuit is circuit. But we use synonymously, circuit and network. Circuit and network are used synonymously, both the terms in electrical literature. So V is equal to IR, from which you can have I is equal to V by R or R is equal to V by R. What are the limitations? What are the limitations of Ohm's law? It cannot be applied to the vacuum tubes, gas-filled devices, thermo-ionic devices because they are non-linear devices. So Ohm's law can be applied only to the linear device. For non-linear device, it cannot apply. So it cannot apply for the semiconductors also, arc lamps, electrolytes, non-metallic conductors, metallic conductors which get heated up due to the flow of current through them. These are the limitations of Ohm's law. Okay? No. Next. Next. So V is equal to IR. Next. Next. Let us see some examples, some problems on Ohm's law. Calculate the potential difference across the resistor, that is V. You have to calculate the V voltage, and resistance is given as 250 ohms, and the maximum current flowing through it is 250 milliamps. So current is given, R is given. So V is equal to IR. Okay. Next, second example. How much current flows through the conductor of resistance R is equal to 20 ohms when it is applied with a potential difference of 200. So here voltage is given, resistance is given, and you are asked to determine current. Direct application of the formula. I is equal to V by R. Next. Calculate the value of resistance. Calculate the value of resistance of the filament lamp carrying 0.3 amperes at 6 volts. Current is given, voltage is given. So R is equal to V by I. Next, a battery has an EMF of 14.4 volts. That is, voltage is 14.4 volts. Supplies a current 3.6 amperes. 3.6 amperes current. What is the resistance of the circuit? R is equal to V by I. Then how many coulombs leave the battery in 5 minutes? So charge flowing in 5 minutes is current into time in seconds. That is, current is 3.6 amperes and 5 minutes into 60. Per minute 60 seconds. So 5 into 60. 1080 coulombs. Okay. Note. Next, different effects of electric current. So when an electric current flows through a circuit, its presence is judged by its effects. What are the effects? List out. Heating effect, magnetic effect, chemical effect, gas ionization effect, special effect. What is heating effect? When an electric potential is applied to a conductor, the flow of electrons is opposed by the resistance of the conductor. When an electric potential is applied to a conductor, the flow of electrons is opposed by the resistance of the conductor. And thus some heat is produced. It may be a greater or less according to the circumstances, but some heat is always produced. When electric potential is applied to a conductor, the flow of electrons is opposed by the resistance of the conductor, hence some heat is produced. The application of this effect is in the use of electric presses, heaters, electric lamps, etc. Next is magnetic effect. Magnetic effect. Suppose a magnetic compass is placed under a current carrying wire, it is deflected. It shows that there is some relation between the current and magnetism. Okay. When an magnetic compass is placed under the current carrying wire, it is deflected. That means there is some relation between the current and magnetism. The wire carrying current does not become magnet but produces a magnetic field in the space. But it produces some magnetic field in the space. If this wire is wound on an iron core or iron bar, that is iron bar, it becomes electromagnet. This effect, this magnetic effect of electric current is applied in electric bells, motors, fans, electric instruments, etc. Okay. Electric bells, motors, fans, electric instruments, etc. Next is chemical effect, third one. When an electric current is passed through a conducting liquid called an electrolyte, it is decomposed into constituents due to chemical action. Okay? Electric current is passed through a conducting liquid called an electrolyte. It is decomposed into its constituents due to chemical action. The practical application of this effect is called chemical effect. Okay, the practical application of this effect is utilized in electroplating, block making, battery charging, metal refinery, etc. Next, gas ionization effect. What is ionization? Okay, an atom or a molecule become positively charged or negatively charged by losing electrons or by gaining electrons. That is ionization. So gas ionization. When electrons pass through a certain gases sealed in a glass tube, it becomes ionized and starts emitting light rays, such as fluorescent tubes, mercury vapor lamps, sodium vapor lamps, neon lamps, etc. Next is special rays effect. Special rays like X-rays and laser rays can also be developed by means of an electric current. So these are the various effects of electric current. Noted. Special rays like X-rays and laser rays can also develop balance of power. Okay, next. Let us define the electrical power. It is the rate at which the work is being done. It is the rate at which the work is being done in an electrical circuit. It is called electrical power. Work done in an electrical circuit is V into I into T. Voltage into current into T. That is work done. By time, by T. So you can cancel T and T. That is equal to VI watts, which is equal to I square R watts. V is equal to IR from Ohm's law. Okay. Next. SI unit of electrical power is watt or joule per second. 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. The bigger unit of power is kilowatts or megawatts. Kilowatt is 1000 watts and megawatt is 10 to the power of 6 watts or 1000 kilowatts. Definition of a watt. Let us define a watt. If V is equal to 1 volt, if V is equal to 1 volt, I is equal to 1 ampere, then P is equal to 1. That is, power consumed in an electrical circuit, is said to be 1 watt. Okay, said to be 1 watt. If 1 ampere current flows through the circuit, then a potential difference of 1 volt is applied across. This is the definition of watt. 1 ampere current flows through it when a potential difference of 1 volt is applied across the circuit. Okay. Okay. Yes. Work done per unit time or the rate at which the work done in an electrical circuit is called electrical power. Work done per unit time. Yes. Electrical energy. The amount of work done in an electrical circuit is called electrical energy. Joule or watt second. Okay, watt second. That is power into time. Energy is equal to power into time. E is equal to VA into T. That can be written as I square RT or V square by R into T or VQ. Q is equal to IT. From this you can get. Okay. The practical use of electrical energy is kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1000 watt hour. So 1000 into 60 into 60. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 mega joules. Note. Next. So typical power ratings of home appliances. Let us see the typical power ratings of home appliances. So electrical lamps. There are different electrical lamps. Incandescent lamp, it consumes 40 watts. It may consume 40, 60, 100 watts, etc. Normal bulbs per hour. Fluorescent lamp, that is tube light, 20 watts, 40 watts, etc. Okay. Next is CFL lamp, equivalent to 60 watts incandescent lamp, 13 to 50 watts. LED lamp, 6 to 8 watts. 6 to 8 watts. Okay. CFL is compact fluorescent lamp. Compact fluorescent lamp. Water heater consumes 750 watts to 2000 watts. Electric iron it consumes, that is iron box, 500 watts to 2000 watts. Fans 60 to 100 watts. Refrigerators, fridge, 112 watts, 225 watts, etc. Air coolers, AC 1500 watts. TV set, 100 watts to 50 watts. Computer 120 watts. Washing machine 500 watts to 700 watts. CD player 30 watts. Electric kettle 200 watts to 2000 watts. Immersion heater, water heater 750 watts to 2000 watts. Space heater 200 watts to, that is room heater, 2000 watts. Geyser 750 watts to 2000 watts. Okay. Next. Next. Calculate the total electrical energy. Okay, let us see the problems. The house has the following loads. 5 lamps of 60 watts each working 8 hours a day. 4 lamps of 100 watts each working 5 hours a day. 2 heaters of 1000 watts each working 3 hours a day. 5 fans of 80 watts each working 12 hours. Calculate the monthly bill. If the rate of charge is 0.50 per unit, unit means 1 kilowatt. Add 10 rupees as a meter rent per month. So here first you calculate the load. 5 lamps, each lamp 60 watts. So 5 into 60 into 8 hours. 8. Similarly 4 into 100 into 5. 2 into 1000 into 3. 5 into 80 into 12. So sum up all the units. Let us see the table. Now here total load in watts, then number of hours per day, then energy in lower watt hour a day. Okay, so this is watt hour. So kilowatt hour per day. That is by 1000. 2.4 plus 2, 4.4, 10.4, 14.4, 15.2. Okay. So total kilowatt hour is 15.2 per day. That is for 30 days you have to calculate. That is 456 units. Monthly bill is 456 into 0.50 and plus 10 rupees rent. Okay. So this is 228 plus 10 to 38. Right? So electricity bill is 238 rupees. Okay, we'll continue in the next lesson.